Let me tell you a story about user experience. A few years ago, I was working as a UX consultant for HP in Germany, and I rented a car at Stuttgart Airport and drove to the car park exit. At the exit, I was confronted with this car park barrier. So my question for you is, which button would you press to exit the car park? Well, clearly, if you're a sane person, you'd press the green button. But I pressed the green button and nothing happened. I pressed it again and still nothing happened. So I rifled amongst the materials I'd been given by the car rental company to see if there was perhaps a plastic card or something I was meant to put inside the slot. But no, there was no plastic card. So after pressing the green button again and noticing that I had a queue of cars behind me that were also trying to exit the car park, I began to panic. Fortunately, at that point, a helpful attendant came out of his office where he'd been reading a copy of Der Spiegel and shouted at me, "9, 9, he said. Press the red button." So I pressed the red button and lo and behold, the barrier lifted. The story doesn't end there though. I was on a long-term contract with HP, and when I went back a few weeks later and got to the car park exit, I noticed that they'd made a change to the design. They had included a large sign saying, "Stop, press the red button," and they had also included some help text, both in German and in English, telling me exactly which button to press. So, let me ask you again, which button would you press to exit the car park? Well, since you're a quick learner, you'd probably press the red button, but I know that some people were still pressing the green button because when I went back a few weeks later, they changed the design yet again. Now they've made it absolutely clear which button you should press to exit the car park. I tell you this story not just because it's mildly humorous, but because I want to make the point that bad design has consequences. It has consequences not just for me, slowing me down, making me feel stupid. It also has consequences for the car park attendant who has to help people get out of the car park. And it has consequences for the other motorists behind me who want to get on their journey. As designers and researchers, we need to make sure that we create experiences that have the right kind of consequences. But how do you create designs where people automatically choose the correct option and not an incorrect one? Well, that's exactly the question that we'll answer in this course. You'll learn a process, I'm going to call it user-centered design, that will ensure people make the right choices with your user interface. Come and join me, it's going to be lots of fun.